What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day today, man. As you've seen in the little intro of this video, we're about to prep up and get ready to paint this shotgun. This shotgun's about 10 years old. Now, what gave me the idea of doing this is, dove season just kicked off here, and turkey shoots are about to open up, and I always see these guys with these camouflage guns, and I started looking online and how people are doing their guns, and they got camo wrap and all that. But I seen on YouTube where this guy painted his gun with like camouflage paint and rubber bands. And I was like, that's sick. And it turned out really good. So in today's video, I'm gonna show y'all my attempt anyway. I'm not a professional. But I got this thing hung up on a bungee cord, right? Probably not the safest way to do it, but it's steady. And we're just gonna paint this gun, man. We're gonna paint it. We're gonna put the rubber bands on it. I'm going for that like grass light look. And we're gonna see how it turns out. Now this being the first time I do this, this ain't one of my expensive guns that I'm doing this with. Now I bought this gun about 10 years ago. It's just a turkey shoot gun, man. Like going to turkey range, winning hams, winning turkeys or whatnot. Something to plank around with, shoot clays with, which I ain't did that in a long time. So, but I wanna get back out there and start doing this stuff, man. And I wanna paint this gun. The finish on it wasn't all that great. It's made in China. It's just the H&R partner pump. And it's just a little $200 planking gun. This is my first gun I think I bought, actually the government knows about. I bought this gun when I was 18, so that was 10 years ago. And it needs a facelift. It needs a little cleaning. It doesn't get a lot of attention to detail. It doesn't get shot a lot. And I think there's a lot of potential in this gun. And I mean, my uncle won a lot of turkeys with this gun when I bought it. But again, that was 10 years ago. But we're gonna check it out. I gotta get a sling for it, but right now it's gonna get a paint job, and I'm gonna video the process and walk y'all through what I'm doing. Rubber bands. Need them fatties. Now what I got here is this rust-olem camouflage, ultra flat. I got this in this khaki looking color. And I just got regular, I got two cans of that actually. I just got that black. Or I got this brown. It don't look brown on camera, but that's actually like a dark brown, but it's in satin. And they didn't really have a lot of flat at my Walmart, but I looked to compare what's close to flat, and it said satin, so I'm gonna do satin. But I got this, I like this for my stand too. Actually, it's not my stand. It's actually my one of my great uncle stands. And we're gonna paint that. I got some stencils, the same stencils I'm gonna use with the boat. I'm gonna use for my deer stand because he's got tinned up like a little hut. And I told him to come out there and spray it down real good. So, but we're gonna try on the gun. So first we're gonna do the camouflage, right? Spray that down on the first base. Then I see when they put the rubber bands all the way around it. Spray it in brown or black or green, whatever they want, and just add more rubber bands to it. We spray back over it, and it should come out, grass-like. Surprisingly, I know I don't seem like it's gonna do that, but it is. Trust me, it blew my mind too. But it seems like a lot of people are doing it. First step: make sure you have some ventilation, with some spray paint. Cause I ain't got no gas. Alright, so here's the first coat. Nothing too heavy, nothing too light. Because I mean the second coat's gonna be more fine finish. I know you can't see that. I apologize about the lighting in here, but I mean it ain't got to be perfect for the first coat, I don't believe. So that's the first coat. Feels good. Just had to run inside and get me a little mask, man, because the paint it just smells horrible. I just wanna make sure I ain't getting all that stuff in me, even though it's just one of those little mask sleeves they have with the coronavirus, even though it didn't stop the coronavirus, but at least I feel better about it being safe getting in my lungs. But so we're about to put the second coat on now. It's still the same as it was. It's kind of fast drying. And we're gonna put the second coat on, and then we start putting rubber bands on. All right, so we put rubber bands on here, right? To give it that grass look, I guess. This is how I seen it in the video. So we did that base paint for the first one, right? And it's okay. I didn't do too good of a job. I mean, I don't care how, it ain't got to be perfect. But the second coat's gonna be, I made my mind up. I was gonna do black. I'm gonna do the brown camouflage ultra color, and see how that looks out. Because instead of using the black satin, they're both gonna be flat. So I'm gonna do it like that, and then put more rubber bands on there, and then redo it again in flat dark earth or khaki, whatever you want to call it. And it should turn out pretty good. So I'm gonna post up, do a little fast speed presentation, go through it. Now I know the rubber bands ain't all that perfect, but I mean, it should look good. So all right, so we did that base coat in brown. So when this dries out, we're gonna put more rubber bands on there, and then we're gonna do, I guess I'm gonna do black. I'm gonna do 3 colors: that khaki, black, and brown. I think that should put off that good contrast. I was just gonna do brown. I've been putting some more rubber bands on there after all this dries out right here, and then you put more rubber bands on them. I mean, I'm gonna load rubber bands down on this next one right here. It's gonna be, this whole thing's gonna be covered. It should be done, and then go back in that khaki color, and that should be all she wrote. So stay tuned with that. Let me get to it. All right, so now I put my second layer of rubber bands on here, and the first color was brown. I don't know how it's gonna contrast on video, but the first color was brown, and this one's now black again. So now when this dries up, I'm gonna coat a whole bunch of more rubber bands on there, like I just did again, a second layer. So it's like a third coat of rubber bands, and I'm gonna go back over it in that sand color right here, this khaki color, whatever you want to call it. And it should come out as a grassy look when I cut all these rubber bands out. But this last batch right here, I'm gonna have rubber bands. They're gonna be everywhere, man. So, all right, so I forgot to cut this camera back on because I got into this project, but we put another application of rubber bands on, and now we're finishing up with that khaki color. So we're gonna let that do it, dry it, and then we should be able to cut it off, and it should be pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this out, wait about an hour, come out here and cut it all down. So that's the final coat in that flat dark earth or whatever, sand, yellow. So now I'm gonna let this sit for about an hour, and then come out here and we're gonna check it out. We can cut all the rubber bands off, and hopefully it turned out good, man. I'm not trying to look for perfection in this right here, because I mean, he got this paint, man. I'm not trying to look for perfection in this. I just wanted to, you know, plink around with it. I seen it. It's just so cool that people do this with rubber bands and it comes out so great. But hopefully mine comes out great. So check this out in an hour. Cut it down, man. We're gonna see what's going on with it. All right, guys, listen, man. This thing right here came out absolutely outstanding, man. It came out way better than I thought. So this brown, that black, it's so you take the rubber bands off and you just come up. I just can't believe that rubber bands can do this. Like, I would have never thought about that. I seen some people put like a greenish, you know, like an olive green in here with the brown and the black. But man, like this is awesome, man. See, I still ain't took all the rubber bands off the stock yet. I just need to go get a better knife because this right here ain't working. But well, up here it worked pretty good. I just ran across that line right here, but I ain't really got nowhere to run across the stock. But guys, that is freaking sick, man. I wish I could have put more bands when I did brown. But I don't know. I mean, I think it looks okay. I think there's some brown, and I think the brown black's a little bit even. But the stock tail though. So here's that stock from earlier. Just a transformation in what rubber bands and spray paint can do is just wild. Again, you know, this is what I used. That and the black one. So we got black, we got that sand, and we got that satin. That's pretty cool to me, man. Alright, so I'm gonna cut this video short. That's the final result for this gun. I think it came out great. It still blows my mind that rubber bands and some spray paint can do your gun. Now, how long will this finish hold up? I don't know. To be honest, I really don't care. This is a pretty fun project for me. A dramatic change of how this gun looks. Probably get a new sight for it, and I'm probably gonna get some clay. I'm start shooting again, man. Like dove hunting just came back around in our state, and I might go there next weekend. But this just gave me the idea because I mean, it's just the hype of getting back into fall. It just motivates you to do things, you know what I'm saying? And bring out all that camo that you got stored up that you ain't wore all year. It just brings you back out. You know, football's back, it's kicking off. So, yeah, so I'm gonna cut it short here, man. Like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.